Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Jasper High School basketball coverage here on 18 WJTS. I'm Carey Schneider along with Jason Stamm, and tonight the Wildcats are on the road once again here on a Friday night as they travel to Evansville to take on the Memorial Tigers. The Wildcats coming into tonight's contest at 1-2 on the heels of a loss last Thursday night at Gibson Southern, 65-44. While the Tigers are 1-0 on the year. Their lone game this year so far was a victory last week against Owensboro Catholic, 60-44. Jason, last week, Cats a little bit sluggish, looking a little bit at Gibson Southern, but it's time to right the ship again. And as we head here to Evansville, it's always tough. Memorial Tigers, one of their tough rivals.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Carey. Obviously, anytime you're playing anybody in the SIAC, it's always going to be a dogfight. Memorial, you know what you're going to get when you play them. You're going to get guys that play hard, play the game the right way. I just look for, hopefully we have a little bit better effort tonight than what we had at Gibson Southern the other night. We played well Tuesday night at Bossy and then turned around Thursday night and kind of laid an egg. We were just didn't look like we were ready to play.
Well, I always think, in my personal opinion, it's got to be tough playing two games in 3 nights on a weeknight, and at that, on a Tuesday come Thursday night. So I don't know if it had much to do with it, whatever, but nonetheless, it's that's in the past. This is a big conference matchup. The Tigers have always been kind of a thorn in the Wildcats' side. In fact, looking at the records, in the last 40 years, Jasper Memorial, the Wildcats held just a 21-20 edge, so that's big there for that rivalry.
Yeah, it is. We've played Memorial for a long time. Even before we were in SIAC, we played them and back years and years ago.
It goes back to the 40s. I know that for a fact. So it's always been a big rival, and it's always been played this one weekend here in December.
Yeah, it's early in the year, and sometimes that can be good, and sometimes it can be bad. So.
Well, we're underway as the tip is controlled by the Tigers, who start Max Engziger, Luke Elsrin, Simon Schultz, Asher Evans, and Dylan Kendrick. Passes down low and kicked out back to Elsperman. Elsperman on the wing. Drives the baseline, puts a shot up, it's no good. Tigers come down with the boards. Set the Jasper starters here with Logan Day, Butel, Jace Foy, Braden Giesler, and Jalen Manners as the shot is up and no good, and Manners comes down for the board for the Cats.
Yeah, Jasper's got another different lineup tonight. I seen Caden Ernie's not dressed tonight, so I'm not sure exactly what injury he sustained, in practice probably.
I understand the Tigers have had their issues with injuries this year too, here in the early going. So just underway, Manners' shot partially blocked. And the Tigers come up the board and they're on the run.
I look for Jasper to try to utilize Manners a lot tonight because he's got a size advantage.
Still in the Wildcats with the break. Shot laid up and in by Max Butel, and the Wildcats draw first blood. They lead it 2-0. And a steal by the Wildcats. Foy comes up with it. Butel will bring it across. Down low to Manners. Minute and a half into the contest, 2-0 Wildcats. Giesler on the wing, or more or less in the backcourt almost. But here's a 3 on the way, up and in by Logan Day. 5-0, Jasper jumps out on top.
That's one of the things in the first 3 games that we've been missing is the outside shot by a guard. We've got to, we talked a little bit after the last game, we've got to get more scoring out of our guards.
Short jumper is up and no good, and Butel comes up with it. Gives it off to Braden, back to Butel, and Wildcats on the attack. Down low to Giesler. Turns around, puts it up, no good. Missed everything.
That wasn't a real good shot. He wasn't squared up, didn't have his body set to shoot.
Evans guarded by Day. Schultz. Anslinger Down low, Elsperman, and he is going to be fouled. Will be called on the Wildcats for first foul of the contest. Max Butel will be called for the personal, his first, team's first.
Elsperman's obviously their go-to guy. I think in the first game he scored 26 points, so Memorial looks for him to do a lot of their scoring.
He puts up the first point of the night for the Tigers. 5-1 to score as he nails that first free throw. We'll have another one coming here. Misses that one. Manners comes down with the board and he'll clear it out. Butel will bring it up the floor. Kendrick on him. Geese out to Manners on the top of the key. Down low to Giesler. Braden spins, puts it up off the glass, no good. And the Tigers come up with it. Schultz brings it up the floor, deals it over to Evans. Cross-court pass. Here's a three-point shot up and in. Three-pointer by Dylan Kendrick. And the Tigers come within one. 5-4 is the score. Jasper on top. Nice ball movement by the Tigers in that possession. Manners is going to be fouled as a whistle is blown on Asher Evans. First Tiger foul of the night. I was thinking to myself, Jason, like I said, this is my first game I've watched this year, at least in person. I watched a couple of the replays with you and Craig earlier this year. I got to remember the bonus rule again that took effect last year. Of course, goes by quarters, not halves.
Yeah, it does. It's five fouls in a quarter. On the fifth foul, you're shooting the bonus, basically.
Right.
It's two shots, too, so.
Here's a three from the corner, up and no good by Jace Foy.
Jalen Maynard's going to pick up that foul, I believe.
And Maynard's will indeed be nailed on to personal. That'll be his first, second team foul for the Cats here in the first quarter. Well, the Tigers will have the basketball down by one. 4:10 to go in the first quarter. Here on 18 WJTS, Carey Schneider, Jason Stamm, Jeremy Marcos on the video. Near steal, and it will be knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to the Tigers as Jace Foy almost came up with the steal on that play, but was the last to touch it. And the Tigers will maintain possession.
It was a good hustle by Jace there. We got to maintain that throughout the course of the game tonight.
Here's a shot from the corner off, no good by Anslinger. And the Wildcats come up with the board. Butel will bring it up. Max steals it off the Geese. Boyd looks at the three, but does not fire. And Cats will set it up. Butel over to Manners. Day now with it. 3:19 to go on the quarter. Bounces down low to Jalen. Puts a shot off the glass, no good. Giesler with the tip, no good, but he will be fouled in the process. So Giesler will go to the line to shoot two. And that foul will go against Simon Schultz, his first, and the second team foul against Memorial here in the first quarter.
How's that not a shooting foul?
They're not?
No.
I'll be darned.
He was up with the rebound.
He was turning around. He was putting the ball up in the air when they called the foul, and John Gable doesn't understand it. And we have a whistle, and here we go. Substitutions. The Tigers were trying to get a player in, and that will be number 11, Luke Dockery. Dockery checks in. 6'1" junior. Here's Butel in the corner. Mainers, he kind of did a little double pump as the defender was going in on the ball on him. He got the shot in. So Mainers with his first bucket of the night. He's got two. Jasper leads at 7-4. Under 3 minutes to go in the first. Here is Evans in the backcourt. Anslinger tries it back to Evans. Anslinger now. Evans out of the circle. Ellspermann now from the free throw line. He deals it out to Evans, who misses the shot, and the Wildcats come up with the rebound. Cats have it, lead by 3. 7-4 is the score. Jasper with the basketball. Jalen on the left wing. Deals it out to Giesler. 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Foy turns. Has the ball knocked away by Hendrick, and they're going to say, I guess Foy got the last piece of it.
I think he stepped out of bounds when he had his hand on the ball.
All right, so the Wildcats will turn it over nonetheless. And another substitution for the Tigers. Alex Broshears, number 22.
Jack Levin came in. This is his first action for the year.
Jack Levin, first action of the year, as Jason said. Number 15 in the contest for the Wildcats. Of course, coming off knee injuries sustained during football this past year. And we have a whistle. I guess a foul on Jasper.
I think on Levin.
Levin. He didn't waste any time getting his name on at least in the stat sheet somehow or another.
Yeah.
So Jack Levin checks in and promptly picks up a foul. So first foul on Jack. Third team foul here in the quarter on the Wildcats. Tigers with the basketball. They trail by 3. Here's a 3 up and in by number 1, Dylan Kendrick. His second three-pointer. He's got 6, and the Tigers have tied the ball game at 7 apiece. Giesler down the lane, up and in, and the Wildcats regain the lead quickly as Giesler takes the drive. His first bucket of the night. 9-7 is the score. Jasper leads. Ellspermann deals it over to Dockery. Kendrick. Evans. Ellspermann and a whistle, and another foul looks like away from the basketball against the Wildcats. A push they're going to call.
Foy.
Against Jace Foy. His first 14 foul of the quarter now. The Cats with 4 ball players with at least 1 foul, as looks like number 25 for the Cats, Reese Fisher, will come into the contest. So Fisher in now. 49 seconds. Ellspermann works it in the backcourt. Over to Broshears. Evans. In the corner to Dockery. Ellspermann looks at the 3, doesn't fire. He'll try this time, and he's going to be way short, an air ball. 23 seconds to go, and Giesler will bring up the floor quickly, and he's bumped, and a foul will be called on Dockery. Well, Luke Dockery will pick up his first and the third team foul for the Tigers in this quarter.
I'm not sure Giesler's the guy we want bringing the ball up the floor to get into our offense, but with the lineup we've got in there, we don't really have a true point guard in there right now.
He's an athlete, though. I mean, he can handle it, but you're right. With his size and so forth, you'd rather have like some Butel or whatever, but he's on the bench at this point. 13 seconds. Jasper leads it by a 9-7 score. 10, 9, down to 7. Down low, a whistle and a travel called against the Wildcats as Reese Fisher called for steps. 4.6 to go. 9-7 is our score. Here's Ellspermann. He misses a shot looking for a foul. He will not get it. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter of play with the score. Jasper 9, Memorial 7. one away, or one quarter into this contest, and we'll be back with the second quarter after this on 18 WJTS.
The year-end clearance event is on at Ubelor & Sons in Jasper and Vincennes. Right now, get the best deal of the year on remaining 24 models in stock. Many to choose from at all 3 stores, like Chevy Silverado, GMC Sierra, Buick Encore and Envision, and Toyota Tacoma and RAV4, all at year-end pricing. Remember, you never pay document fees at Ubelor's, so you'll save even more. Don't miss the year-end clearance event, now at Ubelor & Sons, where customers send their friends since 1929.
The Memorial Tigers 9-7 as we head into the second quarter of play. Jason Stamm, and the ball game seems a little bit of physical at this point. Jasper with, 1, 2, 3, 4 fouls, and Tigers with 4 fouls apiece in that first quarter.
Yeah, both teams were playing pretty good defense, and sometimes that relates to some fouls. Turnover-wise was pretty good for both teams. I had Jasper for 2 and Memorial for 1, so both teams have taken care of the ball.
Wildcats with 4 different players scoring at this point. Manners with 2, Giesler with 2, Butel with 2, and Logan Day with a 3-point shot, or basket, to equate to the 9 points they've scored. Dylan Kendrick has 6 of the 7 points for the Tigers. Here's a 3-point shot up and in by Logan Day, his second of the night. He's got 6. And Jasper takes a 5-point lead, 12-7. Nice stroke from the top of the key.
Yeah, Logan can shoot it, there's no doubt.
Here's Evans, who has 2 3-point shots for the Tigers himself. He takes a short jumper, which will be an air ball, and the Jasper students who've come down here to Evansville behind the basket to our right, letting them know it. In fact, another thing about when these two teams play, the students really turn out. Memorial's got a great student section. Jasper has really gotten great over the last several years, so Cats with the basketball. Giesler with it. Max now. Max Butel on the wing. Boyd deals it out to Manners. Manners has the ball stripped away by Kendrick. Kendrick will take it up and in. Dylan Kendrick has 8 points, 8 of the 9 points for the Tigers. And Memorial's within 3 at 12-9. Six and a half to go in the second quarter. Butel. Manners down low, puts a shot up off the glass and rolls around and finally drops through. Jalen Manners with his 4th point. 14-9, Jasper back up by 5. Their biggest point of the night, our biggest point spread of the night, the biggest lead. Here's a 3 up and no good by the Tigers. As Elsperman comes up short off that shot, Jasper with the lead, or with the lead in the basketball. Giesler works, deals it out. 3-pointer off a little hard this time by Logan Day. Tigers with it. Cross court to Dockery. He'll try a 3 from the wing and he'll nail it. Luke Dockery, his first points of the night is a 3-pointer. That puts the Tigers within 2, 14-12. Cats with the lead.
We need to get Maters on the low block, get him the ball. He's got a size advantage over the guys guarding him all night.
Here's a 3 from the corner, good. Number 23, Jace Foy, has his first points, a 3-pointer. Jasper with 3 3-pointers on the night, 2 by Day, and Jace Foy with his first of the night. 17-12, the Cats are back up by 5. Tigers with the basketball. Here's a 3 by number 22, Alex Broshears. So Memorial answering the Wildcats at this point. And they're back within 2 once again, 17-15. 7 points for Memorial in this quarter. While here's another shot as the Wildcats. Jace Foy answers his own way with his 5th point of this quarter. Cats have outscored the Tigers with a lot of scoring this quarter. It's 10-7, by the way, between the clubs, like it's 10-9. As Simon Schultz picks up his first bucket. So scoring's picked up here in the second. Both teams with 10 points here in the second quarter so far. With still 4 minutes to go. Butel. Foy. Back to Max.
Get it in there to him.
Looking for the big guy. The ball's knocked away. Bump and so forth. Giesler comes up with it. He finds Butel. Little fader jumper from the baseline is no good, and a foul is going to be called on Memorial. Several substitutions come into the ball game for Memorial. Luke Elsperman back in. Looks like the Wildcats have Jack Levin back in.
Kai Kuntz is in for the
Kai
first
Kuntz,
team.
I was trying to pick up the new man.
Thomas Sager just checked in.
Thomas Sager, number 21. So Sager and Kuntz in the Jasper lineup. Here's a three-point shot up and in by Max Butel. The Wildcats are hot from outside the arc.
No doubt.
So Max Butel, his first three-pointers, second bucket of the night. He's got 5. Jasper back out on top by 5, 22-17. But we have a foul by the Wildcats. It looks like Kuntz will pick up a foul after just checking in. And back in the contest for Memorial will be Luke Elsperman. So 22-17 is our score with 3:20 to go till halftime. Jasper on top. Inbounds pass, deals it over to Evans. Out to Broshears. Kendrick. Down low, shot up and in by Luke Elsperman. Elsperman with his first bucket, his third point of the night. 22-19, Tigers within 3. Levin. Outside to Giesler. Sager with a 3. Up and in! Thomas Sager joins the fun. Sager with his first bucket of the night, a 3-point basket. 1, 2, 3, 4 3-pointers for the Wildcats here in the second quarter. They lead by their biggest margin now, 25-19. Here's a drive to the baseline and a whistle and a foul by the Wildcats as Dylan Kendrick got loose down the baseline, but he was fouled by a Wildcat. It looks like Jack Levin will pick up his second. Logan Day back in the contest for the Cats. He'll replace Giesler, and looks like Levin's back in. So I didn't see who the other man that came in yet, but
Day came in and Mainers came in.
Mainers came back in, okay, and Day. 2:26 to go. Cats lead it 25-19. Drive, shot, no good. Rebound Memorial. 3-pointer up and no good. Over the back, but no foul called. And the Tigers will maintain possession. Kendrick now inside the circle. He'll deal it out to Anslinger. Here's a 3 up and no good by Evans. Memorial gets the offensive board.
Can't give a good team that many shots in one possession.
Drive is up and no good. Kuntz comes down with the board. Quickly up the floor is Butel. 1:45 to go. 3 up and in. No good. This time by Logan Day. And down the floor and up and in. Ball by himself was number 2, Asher Evans. He'll pick up his first point. 6 different Tigers have scored here in the second quarter alone, all with 1 bucket apiece, by the way. Jasper will check theirs in a second, but we got a foul called on the Tigers, and that will go against Asher Evans. That'll be his second. Giesler and Foy will check back in for the Cats. Dockery back in for the Tigers. 5 different Wildcats have scored this quarter, Jay, with 5 different Wildcats, 6 different Tigers scoring here in the second quarter.
Yeah, there's a lot of scoring in this quarter.
1:19 to go. 25-21 is our score. Jasper with the lead. Pass nearly stolen. Giesler has it. Butel for 3. Good! Threes continue to rain at Evansville Memorial for the Jasper Wildcats as Max Butel with his second 3-point basket here in the second quarter. Under a minute to go. Cats with their biggest lead at 7, 28-21. Layup is no good. Manners comes down with the board. Geese has it. And he'll deal it off to Max Butel, who'll pull up. Looking for Mainers down low. 37 seconds. Basketball is knocked out of bounds. The Cats will maintain possession. So 33 seconds to go in the first half. Jasper leads it 28-21. We got 19 points for the Cats here in this quarter.
Yeah, we need to take our time here and get a good shot. Whoa.
Cats. Giesler with it. 25 seconds. Butel now. 19. Ball is stripped away by Kendrick. Kendrick misses the layup. He's been a bump from behind, and that'll be called on the Memorial Tigers. It's 8 seconds to go in this quarter. As Kendricks went up for the layup and missed the bunny. Was there a foul call?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just waiting. Okay, here we go. It's like 22, and that is Alex Brochere, his first. 8.8 seconds to go. Jasper with the basketball. They lead by 7. Foy will bring it action to Giesler. Geese double teamed, another steal nearly, and this time a foul is going to be called on Kendrick, and that'll be his first.
That's not a bad foul there, though. They're not in the bonus yet.
It's only their fourth.
Yeah, it stopped the clock. Things were scrambling around, so
with 5 seconds to go, Day will inbound it. Butel, 3 seconds. Ball near stripped away, and the time will expire. And that will bring us to the end of the first half of play with the score: Jasper 28, Memorial 21. The Wildcats, Jason, with a 7-point lead here at halftime on the heels of a rather furious pace, especially the second quarter.
Yeah, there's no doubt. That might be our biggest point production in a quarter this year. The defensive end, though, we kind of let them score. They scored 14 too. So, I think the coaching staff will make a few adjustments here at halftime. You can't rely on the 3-point shot falling as much as it's fallen here in the first half. I'd still, like I said, I'd like to see us use Jalen Mainers inside a little bit more, because he's got 2-3 inches on every player on Memorial's team. I would like to see us get the ball into him, see if he's got anything, and if he doesn't, that's what opens up the outside shots more. And the way they're falling tonight, that would be a good thing, because if we don't score inside, we throw it outside, and we've been hitting all our threes that we've been shooting tonight. So I think from that standpoint, coaching staff's probably going to talk about that maybe at halftime to try to get the ball inside a little bit more and use Jalen. Obviously, you want to try to keep shooting the ball from the 3-point line the way we did in the first half. Defensive-wise, 21 points in the half. That's not bad. But I think, there was a couple times we allowed them multiple shots in a trip down the floor. Early on, we did a very good job of one shot, blocking them out, and going the other way. But there was 4 or 5 trips there in the second quarter that we allowed them 2 or 3 shots at the basket.
in this contest tonight, a lot of, obviously scoring, as we said, in the second quarter alone. The Wildcats outscored the Tigers 19-14, lead at 28-21 here at the half, Jason. And, like I said, it'd be interesting if they can kind of keep a pace like that or what they're going to do. So.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll keep up that pace. That's not necessarily been our style of play. We like to get the ball and set up our offense and run our offense. But, obviously we've got 28 points, and I don't know how many three-pointers did you say we have?
Well, at least in the, one in the second quarter alone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the Wildcats and 6 in the contest.
So yeah, right there's 18 of our 28 points. Yeah. So, that's not going to happen all the time, but when it does, it's great. You got to take advantage of it.
So the Wildcats lead at 28-21 at halftime. We'll take a quick look at the scoring while we have a moment here. I was able to tally up here, but they're quite balanced, needless to say, for Jasper, as Jalen Manners has 4 points, 2 points for Braden Giesler, 5 points for the Wildcats' Jace Foy, all here in the second quarter. 8 points for Max Butel and a pair of three-pointers in the second quarter, a deuce in the first. And 2 3-pointers by Logan Day tallies up 6 for him. And a 3-pointer by Thomas Sager off the bench for the Wildcats. The Tigers have Luke Elsperman with 3, 2 points for Simon Schultz and Asher Evans. 8 points by Dylan Kendrick on a pair of first quarter 3-pointers and a 2 in the second. 3 points by Luke Dockery and 3 points by Alex Broshears for Memorial here at halftime. Wildcats and the Tigers with 19 and 14 points respectively in that second quarter. Jasper leads at 28-21 here at the break. We'll be back with the second half right after this on 18 WJTS.
Think about the journey, not about how you're getting there. The all-new Michelin LTX MS2, engineered for 2 extra years of tread life. Available at DuBois County Tire and Supply in Jasper.
Big or small, we service all. DuBois County Tire.
Back at Evansville Memorial, where the Wildcats and Tigers are set to bring you the start over, Jeremy. Start over. Back at Evansville Memorial, where the Wildcats and Tigers are underway for the second quarter here on 18 WJTS. Both teams with their original starting lineups on the floor. As the ball is knocked away and tapped by the Wildcats. And the Cats come up with a steal on the Tigers in their first possession of the second half. 28-21 is our score, as we're just underway here in the third quarter. Again on 18 WJTS. Shot up and in. Good by number 23, Jace Foy. Foy had 5 points in the first quarter. He's got 7 now. Jasper with their biggest lead of the night at 30-21. Here's a 3, up and overshot, no good, but the rebound basket is also missed as the 3-pointer was put up by number 21, Matt Angsinger, and Elsperman could not come up with the follow-up. Jasper has the board and the basketball with a 9-point lead. Manners shot up, no good. Tries to muscle that shot up.
Kind of force that one. You should be a little more patient. It'll come.
Down low, shot up and good by number 3, Simon Schultz, for his second bucket of the night, and he will be fouled in the process. First trip of the line, I believe, for both clubs already here in the ball game. Yeah. As Schultz will go for a 3-point attempt, 3-point play here, and he will miss the shot, no good. So again, first free throw of the night by either ball club. Kind of something that was kind of overshadowed with all the 3-point shots.
Yeah, well, that's why, too, because when guys shoot 3-pointers, they're not going to the basket, they're not getting fouled in the act of shooting or anything.
Giesler down low. Deals it off to Jalen and puts the shot up and in, and he'll be fouled in the process. So Manners with his 6th point of the night, and he will go to the line to try to complete a 3-point play. Foul is called on Max Angsinger, his team's first here in the third quarter. Mainers with 6 points. Will not reach that one. Both teams 0 for 1 from the line thus far tonight. Tigers with the basketball, trailing 32-23.
I'm a little surprised that Memorial doesn't try to take the advantage of the size advantage with Max Butel guarding Elps from the inside.
Cats will have the basketball as the Tigers lost the handle down low, and Cats will have it with a 9-point lead. 6 minutes to go in the third. Giesler tries to find Butel, who lost the handle of it, but Manners comes up with it. He's double teamed, finds Butel. Giesler now, a whistle. Foul away from the ball against the Tigers. That will be called on 21, Max Anslinger, his second foul of the quarter here in the second half. 2 fouls for Memorial, 1 for Jasper here in the third. Here's a three, arching three, in and out, no good by Logan Day. Tigers will have it, they're on the break. Shot up and in, and a foul is called. Asher Evans picks up his 4th point, and he will go to the line to complete the 3-point play. Logan Day will be called for the personal. His first.
We got to do a better job of getting back. They just beat us down the floor there for
transition.
Yeah,
as I say, transition. Little Memorials on their side tonight for a while here. As Evans will complete the 3-point play. He's got 5. Tigers within 6 now after trailing by as much as 9 after that 3-point play. Giesler. Mainers now in the backcourt. Here's Foy. Butel guarded by Evans. Logan now. Out to Giesler. Under 5 minutes to go in the third. Mainers lets his man fall down, looking for a flop, doesn't get the call. Mainers gets the layup, and the Wildcats lead it 34-26. Mainers with 8. Here's a 3, no good. Rebound Wildcats. Butel will bring it up the floor after being cleared out. Jasper with the lead of 34-26, and they have the basketball. Foy deals it down low to Butel. Max will circle it out to the top of the key. 3-point shot is short this time by Foy, and the Tigers will have it. Quickly down the floor. Shot is up, but no good by Dylan Kendrick, and he will draw the foul.
On the offensive end down there, Mainers had his guy behind him, and we just didn't get him the ball.
Jalen Mainers will be nailed on the personal, and that'll be his second. As Dylan Kendrick with 8 points tonight. Make it 9 as he nails the first of 2. Jack Levin back in the contest. So Levin in the contest again this evening. His first action of the year, as we talked about. Coming off a knee injury sustained in the football season. He comes up with that rebound as Kendrick misses the second of 2. Under 4 minutes to go in the third. Jasper leads it 34-27. Levin over to Mainers. He holds high. Day back to Mainers, puts it up and in. Mainers with 6 points here in the third quarter. He's got 10. Jasper with the 36-27 lead, back up to 9, their biggest of the game. Tigers looking to answer. Evans drives the baseline. Cut off. Out to Schultz. Elsperman, three-point shot is short. And Giesler with the board. Giesler. Levin back to Gies. Down low to Jalen. Jalen puts it up and in. Jalen Manners has come alive here in the third quarter, Jay. He's got 8 points in the quarter, 12 in the contest.
Yeah, I think, what we talked about going into the break, or at the break, we got to use Manners inside. I mean, he's got a size advantage. I think that was something that the coaching staff probably at halftime stressed. Get him down there on the block and let him get the ball and let him go to work. And he's done an outstanding job of it here to start the second half. And right now, Memorial don't have an answer to it.
So on the heels of the 8 points by Jalen Manners here in the third quarter, the Wildcats have built out again to their biggest lead of the night, Jason, at 38-27.
Yeah, and here, this is a critical time in this game now. We got to continue to play defense the way we've been playing. Don't give up easy shots. Don't let Memorial get on a run. And we got to take care of the basketball because Memorial's going to, and they have the second half. They've started trying to put more pressure on us on defense.
38-27 is their score after a quick timeout by the Tigers. So the Tigers will have the basketball with 2:46 to go, and the clock is not. There it goes. I was just looking up at the clock, and they hadn't have been running it when they started the half or the quarter. I mean, that's timeout that is. Anyway, shot is no good. They're going to call a foul on the three-point shot attempt.
Their coach got that foul called because the time before when he took that, when Elpsman took the shot a while ago, their coach was saying he got fouled.
So
put it in their head, and then now this time they called the foul.
And he hit that first one right. I was looking down my sheet.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so Elsperman has 3 shots coming at the line. He nails the first. He's got 4 points tonight. Second one is short. Elsperman now 2 of 4 so far from the line tonight, as he was 1 of 2 back in the first. This is that second one. 38-28 is the score. Make it 38-29 now, as Elsperman does to nail that second one. 5 points for Elsperman. 38.
They're running a 1-2-2 press, trying to trap out of it. That's how you beat it.
Manners up and in, and he burns them. 10 points for Manners here in the second. 14 on the night. Wildcats with an 11-point lead, their biggest of the night. Here's a shot up and in by Asher Evans. He's got 7, 5 here in the third. Whoop. The bump. Tigers come up with the steal. 3-point shot is no good. Giesler comes up with the board. Elsperman tried to nail a 3 on that last shot. He came up short on it. Looks like the Cats right now just kind of need to settle down a little bit and kind of just work their end. So.
Yep, right there's what they need to do. Get it in there.
Manners up and in. Memorial fans wanted the bump. 12 points by Manners here in the third. 16 on the night. 1:19 to go in the third. 3-point shot up and in by Alex Broshears. His second 3-pointer of the night. He's got 6, 42-34. Cats with an 8-point lead. 1 minute, nearing the 1 minute mark here in the third. Steal by the Tigers. They're on the break. Shot is blocked. And back with it are the Wildcats on transition. Levin. Day out to Giesler. 48 seconds to go. Down low to Giesler, and a whistle, and a foul is going to be called on Elsperman. It looks like Ellspermann will get nailed, and he will. That'll be his first. And Dockery will come back in for the for the Tigers, that is. Luke Dockery, a junior. 42 seconds ago, 42-34 is our score. Jasper with the lead. Here's Giesler up and in on the feed from the inbounds pass by Max Butel. Giesler with his fourth point of the night. Jasper up by 10, 44-34. Ellspermann forces the shot up and got the roll and the foul.
So that's what I was talking about. You know, that time they got him on the low post, got him the ball. It wasn't a real good shot, just happened to go in. But he's got a big size advantage over Butel down there,
who picks up his third foul in the process. 44-36 is our score. 28 seconds ago in the third. Ellspermann at the line. He will nail it. Ellspermann is 3 of 4 from the line here in the third. 4 of 5 from the line on the night. 8 points for the Tiger guard. 18 seconds ago. Day down low to Mainers, who's having himself a well of a third quarter. 9 seconds. Butel. Mainers for 3, short, no good. And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter of play. We'll head to the fourth with Jasper leading at 44-37 here on 18 WJTS.
Get game day ready with food fit for a fan. Cheer on the Jasper Wildcats or celebrate a victory with a treat from Jasper's Dairy Queen. Grab some sweet treats while watching the Wildcats in action this season. Score on favorites like a decadent blizzard or a signature creation like a chocolate sundae. You can also get Orange Julius at your original West Side Dairy Queen. Dine in or drive through before or after a game for your favorite Dairy Queen treat. Best of luck, Wildcats, from Phyllis and her team at Jasper's Dairy Queen.
Back at Evansville Memorial, 44-37 is our score. Jason Stamm as we head into the fourth quarter of play after another wild, long-running third quarter, which saw the Wildcats and the Tigers each with 16 points apiece.
Yeah, I felt like our defense wasn't quite where it needed to be that quarter. We can't let them get on a roll and let them back in the game. We got to take care of the ball here in the fourth quarter.
Wildcats will have the ball to start the fourth quarter of play. Jalen Mainers with 12 points, 12 to 16 points in the third quarter. And a foul on the Tigers. Number 22, Alex Broshears, will pick up his second. Steal by the Tigers. Here's a 3 from the corner, up and in by Asher Evans. Evans, and a timeout is called by Jasper. As the Tigers, with that three-pointer by Evans, suddenly strike within 4. 44-40 is our score. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
This is Tony Ubelard, Ubelard Toyota in Jasper. Truck lovers know the Toyota Tundra for its legendary strength and reliability. The new Tundras are long on comfort, technology, and safety too. Right now, we've got plenty of new Tundras in stock, with options for every purpose and budget. Loaded with features to help you get things done. We have flexible financing and lease options as well. Find your new Tundra today at Ubelard Toyota in Jasper, where customers send their friends for hardworking trucks since 1929.
Well, quick timeout by the Wildcats. John Gable to settle his ball club down, Jason, after the Tigers have kind of picked up the pace a little bit on their own end and have cut the lead down to 4.
Yeah, just like we said, they're turning up the defensive pressure. We've got to take care of the basketball. And don't get away from what got us to that point in the third quarter.
Pressure comes again to the favor of the Tigers. Here's a shot blocked and layup, but Memorial Ellspermann comes up with it. And a whistle, and a foul is going to be called on Logan Day. So Memorial pressure. once again stuns the Wildcats. So as Jason said, it's up to the Cats now to take care of the basketball with this 4-point lead. Early here in the fourth quarter, 44-40 is our score. Elsperman for three, got it. Luke Elsperman has gotten hot here in the second half. He's got 11 points, that is, on a three-pointer. His first three-pointer of the night, that, in fact. And all of a sudden, Memorial is within one, 44-43. The Tigers will be nailed on the personal here, though. Looks like Simon Schultz will be nailed on the personal. It looks like his second.
Schultz ain't even in the game.
Oh, they said Schultz on the board.
Yeah,
I think
it was Evans.
The public address announcer did say, I heard him say Evans, but they had Schultz on the board. So, steal by the Memorial Tigers. Shot up, no good. Dockery, Elsperman, three, good. Luke Elsperman with his second three-pointer, and suddenly the Memorial Tigers have a 2-point lead, 46-44. Timeout, Jasper. 6:29 to go in the fourth quarter of play. All of a sudden, the Memorial Tigers have jumped out to a 2-point lead, 46-44. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
Jubilar Chevy in Jasper, Indiana is your headquarters for new half-ton Silverados. And we've got them in stock. Choose from LTs, RSTs, Trail Bosses, and even High Countries. All in stock now. If we don't have the truck you're looking for, we can get it for you. The Chevy Silverado has a heritage and a history like no other truck, and now is a great time to buy one. Find your Silverado at Jubilar Chevy in Jasper. Online at jubilargm.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Back at Evansville Memorial, where the Memorial Tigers have jumped out to all of a sudden a 2-point advantage over the Jasper Wildcats, 46-44. Cats will have the basketball after another timeout by the Cats to try to regroup. Butel. Foy now, and a kick is going to be called against Asher Evans. 14 to go in the fourth quarter. Memorial has outscored the Wildcats 9-0 in this quarter. Here's Mainers up and in. Mainers with 18. Big bucket for the Wildcats, Jay.
It was. We needed that.
So Mainers bucket. Here's a three off the mark. No good. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called, as coming down with the board was Jace Foy, but he was kind of forearm, I guess, was thrown or something. Either way, Dylan Kendrick was going to be called for the foul.
Yeah, I don't know. He pushed him or forearm or something, got him off balance.
So the foul is going to be called against the Tigers. That'll be their third of the quarter. Game is tied at 46 apiece. Mainers is double teamed. He finds Butel. Three on the way. The ball is going to be partially blocked, but Giesler comes up with it. Mainers up and in. Mainers with 20.
Giesler did a good job, Barry. Got the rebound and didn't try to force it. He looked for an open guy to get it to.
He found Mainers, and Jasper has regained the lead at 48-46. 5:14 to go in the fourth quarter. Dockery, Elsperman finds Dockery, fires a three, no good this time, and ball is knocked out, but Dockery comes up with it. Elsperman now with it on the wing. He'll drive the baseline, lay it up and in. Luke Elsperman. He's got 8 points here in the fourth quarter. 16 in the ball game. Butel up and in. So on the other end is Max Butel with his 10th point of the night. Jasper back on top, 50-48. After leading by as much as 9, saw the Tigers come within, and now a basket is up and in by Elsterman to tie the ball game at 50 apiece with 4:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Jasper 50, Memorial 50. We're back after this on 18 WJTS.
Ho, 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 ho.
It's Christmas countdown time!
1033 Jolly FM has your fix of non-stop Christmas music through the holiday season.
Jolly FM, Santa Claus.
Stationed in Santa Claus, Indiana, our station knows a thing or two about being holly and jolly. Whoopsie! We'll be jingling and jangling until the clock strikes 12 on New Year's Eve.
Merry Christmas!
Tune in now at jollyfm.com.
Timeout break. Luke Elsperman picked up his 10th point of the quarter, 18 on the night for the Memorial Tigers, who have come back in a flurry after being down by as much as 9. Managed to take a 2-point lead. We're tied now at 50 apiece. Jasper will have the basketball. Utel to Mainers, and he'll bring it across the timeline. Max now. Over to Foy. Jace will circle top of the key. Here is Day with it. Ball's knocked away. Elsterman tries to get it. Scramble for the basketball, and it'll belong to Memorial, as Butel will be the last to touch it before it goes out of bounds. And the Tigers will have it under 4 minutes to go, and this ball game is tied at 50 apiece. So Kendrick will inbound it for the Tigers underneath their own basket. 3:55 to go in regulation. He'll deal it out to Schultz. Back to Kendrick. Evans now down the lane. Ball is swatted away by Giesler. He'll whirl it up the floor. Giesler, and a blocking foul will be called against Kendrick. That'll be his third. So Dylan Kendrick picks up the first, fourth foul, Jason, on the Tigers here in the fourth quarter.
I was just going to say that's a big thing. You know, I mean, there's 3:41 left in the quarter, and the next foul we're shooting here, but moving forward, every foul that Memorial commits will be 2 free throws now.
I wasn't sure if he was in the act of shooting or not when he put that. So
yeah, I couldn't tell either.
Giesler will nail the first of 2. He's got 5 and give the Wildcats back a 1-point lead, 51-50, as Jack Levin will check back into the contest. He'll give Jace Foy a little bit of a rest. Levin, for his first action of the night, Jason's had some quality minutes here.
He has. You know, Jack's a very good athlete.
Giesler gets the roll. He's got 6. Jasper back out on top, 52-50.
You got to play good defense here. Watch Elsterman. He's obviously that's who they're looking to score their points for him now. And, you know, he's a handful for Max to guard because, like I said, he's got size on him.
And with the rebound is Kendrick, and a foul is going to be called on Jack Levin. I was going to say this is a big possession for Memorial up to this point. And right now, but foul is going to be called. So, and by the way, Levin will be his third.
Well, you know, there's a situation. You forced him into a bad shot, and you bailed him out by letting him get the rebound. We should have had the ball there.
So Kendrick looking to inbound it. He'll deal it out to Anslinger, and Kendrick puts a shot up and in, and a foul. Nice drive to the hole by him. So, with that basket, Dylan Kendrick has 11 points tonight. He's looking for his 12th. Tigers tie the ball game up once again at 52 apiece. Jace Foy will come back in, replace Jack Levin.
Levin's got 4 fouls, but that's not. I mean, that's kind of typical for a guy playing his first game. You don't have your game legs under you yet, and you reach more than what you should.
Shot is good by Kendrick. He's got 12. and the Tigers have taken a 1-point lead at 53-52.
Memorial's been switching. They went, a while ago, they went to a man-to-man. See, that's a turnover you can't have right there.
Shot up and in on the turnover. Max Anslinger with his first bucket of the night. Suddenly the Tigers are up by 3, 55-52, under 3 minutes to go.
Gotta handle the ball. Gotta take care of it.
Relax is what the Cats need to do right now. Don't let the game come to you, basically, is one of those things. I mean, don't force anything.
They need a ball reversal and get it into.
And there's a steal and the ball knocked away. Another turnover for the Wildcats. Here's Elsperman up and in. Luke Elsperman. Timeout, Wildcats. 2:27 to go in the ball game. Memorial 57, Jasper 52. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
Have an extra car you don't need, but don't want the hassle of selling it? Or maybe you're ready to get out of your lease early. Either way, Jubilar Chevy Cadillac in Jasper has you covered. We want to buy your car. All makes and models. We'll even handle the payoff with your bank. How does it work? We appraise your vehicle and give you a check. It's that easy. We'll even come to your location. Call or text 812-639-2186 for more details. Jubilar Chevy Cadillac in Jasper, where customers send their friends since 1929.
Back at Evansville Memorial, where the Wildcats suddenly found themselves behind 57-52. Tigers on a flurry by Elsperman. 12 points here in the fourth quarter for the Memorial guard. 20 in the ball game. Jasper with it, and it's another turnover by the Wildcats.
I mean, we're just playing right into their hands. I mean,
Geisler returns the favor. He'll spin, he'll drive, he'll put it up, no good, but he'll draw the foul. So 2:07 to go in this ball game. Jasper trails it 57-52. Foul is going to be called to Max Anslinger. The nice thing right now, Jay, is the Tigers picking up their 5th foul here in the quarter.
Yeah.
As Geisler, though, misses that first one.
But you got to hit those.
Exactly. Now's the time to be hot at the line as Geisler misses the first. He was 2 for 2, now 2 for 3 on the line, from the line tonight here in the fourth quarter, in fact. Misses them both. The wheels have come off for the Wildcats here in the latter part of the third and throughout the fourth. Under 2 minutes to go. And a foul on Memorial. Looks like, was that Elsperman pick that up?
I believe so.
See where they put Elsperman up on the board. That'll be his second. Not sure exactly what happened, but we'll take it. Cats down by 5. They have the basketball with 1:56 to go and a 30-second timeout called by the Memorial. 30-second timeout for the Tigers. We'll be back right after this on 18 WJTS.
101 Country, WBDC, your morning brain teaser.
Here's Dolly Parton now on Lunch with the Legends on 101 Country.
All right, leading things off on a good time gold Saturday morning. Beezer, good morning.
Good morning, Ty.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Be sure to join me from 3 to 6 for Afternoons with Amanda.
We are 101 Country, WBDC.
Back at Evansville Memorial, where the Wildcats are down 57-52, under 2 minutes to go, Jason. So it's up to the Wildcats to start to pull it out here as they got the possession, as I said, with under 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, we got to take advantage of offensive possessions and not get turnovers. And then on the other end, we need to force Memorial into some turnovers.
Here's Butel, will bring it up. 1:46 to go. Day. Back to Butel. Kind of the same scenario that the Jasper and Memorial JVs were in earlier, as the Wildcats won that ball game 38-36, by the way. Here in the varsity game, 1:23 to go. Jasper trails it by 5. Here's a 3 on the way. It's going to be good. 3-point basket by Logan Day. So the Cats get a shot in the arm by the Wildcat guard, who puts the Cats within 2, Jason, with 1:16 to go.
Yeah, right now, I mean, we just got to play good defense. Memorial doesn't seem to be very disciplined. So, who knows what they'll do when they get the ball down here on offense. We just got to play good, solid defense. We've got 3 team fouls, so we've got 1 to give. If somebody's got an open shot to the basket, we need to commit the foul and not let them have an easy basket. Now, granted, you don't want to foul them when they act of shooting, but if you got that opportunity, go ahead and commit the foul. Don't let them have an easy bucket. So we just got to play good, solid defense here, get the ball back, and work it like we did the last time.
So the Wildcats need a stop right now. The Wildcat defense needs a stop as the Tigers will have Schultz inbound it. He'll deal it out to Ellsperman, who's been the man here in the second half for the Tigers, especially here in the fourth quarter. He's got 20 on the night. Nearing the 1-minute mark. Memorial leads it 57-55. Under a minute now. Ellsperman. Evans.
They're not going to look to shoot unless they have a wide open shot.
Butel guarding Ellsperman. Out to Kendrick and a whistle and a timeout by Memorial. The Tigers will call timeout. So again, with 45.6 seconds to go, Jason, it's a full timeout by Memorial. We'll take a break and be back right after this on 18 WJTS.
This is Tony Ubelard, Toyota in Jasper. Toyota announces a new certified used vehicle program. Now vehicles up to 10 years old with 125,000 miles are silver certified. Cars up to 6 years old with 85,000 miles are gold certified. That means more great certified Toyotas for you to choose from. All with additional factory warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, and a stringent multi-point quality inspection, like usual. Ask about a gold or silver certified used Toyota from Ubelard Toyota in Jasper today.
Back once again at Evansville Memorial. Tigers have the basketball. Leading it by 2 with 46 seconds to go. Ellsperman. Double teamed. Tigers, as he said, will not be looking for try to shoot the ball, but they instead draw the foul, and Ellsperman does. And he will go to the line, Jason, to shoot 2.
Yeah, I think Coach Gable would have probably preferred, actually that was only our 4th foul, so they're not going to shoot.
Okay, my bad. It was only the 4th, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the next one they do. I wouldn't think you'd want to foul Ellsperman, but you may get in a point where you don't have a choice.
He missed his, let's see now. Ellsperman with it, 30 seconds to go, double team. Cats looking for a turnover, but the foul is going to be called, it looks like, on Logan Day. And that will be the 5th foul now. So Day will pick up his 3rd. And that's going to put Asher Evans at the line. Evans is 1 for 1 from the charity stripe tonight after completing a 3-point play back in the 3rd quarter. He misses that one.
That keeps it at least at a 1-possession game.
With 25 seconds to go. So Evans will have a second. He's got 10 points on the night. 25.3 seconds to go in this contest. Jasper trails it by 2. Evans with the second one. This one is good. 3-point game now, 25 seconds to go.
You don't have to have a 3-pointer here right away. If you got an open look, take the 2 and play defense.
And the Cats will call timeout with 19 seconds to go. They trail by 3, 58-55. It will be a full timeout, so we'll take a break and be right back after this on 18 WJTS.
Local people watching local people. 18 WJTS TV has been your reliable source for local news, weather, sports, and events for 30 years. Since 1993, WJTS has been serving DuBois County and all surrounding counties with free televised programming, daily newscasts, local sports games, WJTS Inform, and more. We are 18 WJTS, local people watching local people.
Well, here we go with 19 seconds to go. Jasper with the basketball. They trail by 3.
I'm sure Coach Begley drew up a play here in the huddle to try to get a good shot. Ooh.
Geisler on the inbounds pass, looked for Mainers cross court, but the ball was knocked away by the Tigers, and 18.1 seconds to go.
I think they were trying to get it to Mainers and get a quick 2 and then take our chances on defense for a couple seconds, if not foul.
Geisler will inbound again, and he will throw it out of bounds as he did look for Mainers on this side. The pass was way too high, and now the Tigers in the driver's seat with a 3-point lead with 18 seconds to go.
You don't have to foul right away. I think you can run it down to about 10 seconds, try to get a steal in 8 seconds, and if you don't get it, then foul.
Elsperman gets the inbound, and he will be fouled by Butel. Butel's fourth. So Luke Elsperman he's got 20 points on the night. Try to sew it up for the Memorial Tigers. Stormed back by after trailing by as much as 11.
That was Butel's 5th foul. So
was his 5th actually?
Yeah.
Okay. So Butel is fouled out of this contest with 10 points.
Sager's going to check in for him.
Thomas Sager in the lineup now.
Jasper's just trying to get more firepower for shooting threes with Sager. He's a good outside shooter, so that's why he came in.
He has a 3 earlier in this contest. But Elsperman, first one is good. Luke has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 free throws tonight. Looking for number 6 to put this game away, perhaps. He's got 21 points. Make it 22. 60-55 is our score, 13 seconds. Sager fires a 3. Off the mark, no good. Elsperman comes down the board, and that will be the ball game. The Memorial Tigers have stormed back after being down by as much as 11 in this contest and have taken out the Jasper Wildcats, handing the Cats their 3rd defeat of the year by the score of 60-55. So 60-55 is our final score. Jason, a little talk of this contest. Like I said, you know, the big story basically in the second half was the Memorial defense, that pressure that really did the Cats in.
Well, I had Jasper unofficially in the first half for 5 turnovers, and they ended up with 9. I had 9 in the second half. You know, and to me, that was the demise of our game tonight. Memorial, you know, I had them for like 5 turnovers. You know, they took care of the ball. You know, obviously in the first half, we shot the ball exceptionally well from the outside. Second half, we came out and we did what we talked about leading into halftime was take advantage of Mainers inside with his size. You know, he had an outstanding third quarter. You know, I mean, we went into the fourth quarter with that 7-point lead, and it was like no time. Memorial had cut that to 3, then they had cut it to 1, I think, and next thing you know, they were ahead. And a lot of that come from the fact that we had too many turnovers, that we weren't getting shots at the basket. We couldn't get the ball into Mainers. You know, and I don't think in the second half, I don't recall us shooting maybe 3 or 4 threes attempts. So, you know, we did a better job of getting the ball inside, but we didn't take care of the ball. And I think, you know, the coaches, that's one of the things that, you know, they're going to harp on is that we lost that game because of our turnovers. There's no doubt in my mind that, you know, that was a big demise for us. I felt like our effort tonight was there. You know, we talked about that early in the game. Guys were diving on the floor after the ball, hustling, trying to get every loose ball. But turnovers, you know, that just killed us. I mean, there's just no two ways to say it, that turnovers hurt us there in the second half, and you can't win basketball games committing 9 or 10 turnovers in a half. You know, and we found that out tonight. You knew Elpsman is a good basketball player. First half, he didn't do hardly anything. He forced a lot of shots, didn't hit the shots that he had. You know he's a good basketball player. You know he's going to keep shooting. He's probably going to have the opportunity to turn that around. And I felt like he was the difference in the second half. You know, he came out there in the second half and made things happen, and that really hurt us.
Well, I mean, there was different matchups that we had tonight that, you know, and that was one thing else from him. You know, he's that kind of an athlete that's going to rise to the occasion, you know.
Oh, there's no doubt.
And we had our own basically with Jalen Mainers, you know, got us into that ball game, you know, after, you know, having a big start in the third quarter itself where he scored, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 points in the third quarter alone, finishing with 20 tonight. And so, like I said, when you have players like that, I mean, you know, it really lifts your spirit, it lifts the ball club.
There's no doubt. I mean, you know, without Jalen tonight, you know, we're in a world of hurt. You know, like we said, we shot the ball exceptionally well from the three-point line in the first half. You know, we kind of got away from that in the second half, which that was okay because we were getting the ball inside. But when you have 10 turnovers in a half, that's 10 times down the floor. You don't even have the opportunity to shoot the ball. So, you know, and Memorial come out. You got to give them credit. They came out in the second half and really turned up the defense, and were able to help force those turnovers. Most of them were forced turnovers. They weren't unforced. So, you know, you got to give Memorial a little bit of credit with it because they did force the issue in the second half.
In the second half, you know, like I said, you know, Memorial with that pressure defense was, you know, just tough. So the Cats obviously need to work on, you know, the answers that. So anyway, so for the Wildcats, we'll take a quick look at the individual scoring let's start with Memorial. And they were led in scoring by Luke Ellspermann with 22 points. He had 19 in the second half alone, 14 in the fourth quarter. So 22 points for Memorial, for Ellspermann for Memorial. He was one of three Tigers with double-figure scoring tonight, as Asher Evans had 11 and 12 for Dylan Kendrick. 2 points by Max Anslinger, who had a big bucket in the fourth quarter that the Tigers needed to help answer. Anyway, Luke Dockery on 1 3-pointer back in the second quarter, finished with 3. 6 points by Alex Broshears and 4 points for Simon Schultz. The Wildcats were led in scoring this evening by Jalen Manners with 20 points, 16 of which in the second half. 10 points by Max Butel, 9 points by Logan Day, 7 points by Jace Foy, and 3 points for Thomas Sager on a 3-pointer back in the second half as well. The Wildcats will fall to 1-3. And 1-1 in conference play, while the Tigers are now 2-0 and 1-0 in conference play. Looks like we got some coaches coming up this way. I'm not sure which one we'll get, but looks like we'll have Coach Bagley to join us. So with us this evening on our post game, it's Caleb Bagley. Caleb, let's talk about this ball game. Obviously, here tonight, we had an 11-point lead. Memorial's pressure defense seemed to be the story in the second half. Just go ahead and give your thoughts tonight.
Yeah, there's no doubt. They definitely picked up the intensity a little bit there in the second half, and they've got some really quick guards. But everybody, I mean, they're just aggressive. You know, the Schultz kid's aggressive. When he may not be like the quickest guy on the floor, but when he wants to go get the ball, he goes and gets it. And you know, we probably over dribbled a couple times there in the second half, but you know, we did. Comparing it to the first half, and again, they switched their defense, and you know, we didn't do a great job of handling the pressure in the second half. Obviously, I think we turned over 9 or 10 times, but you know, still had a chance to win. But we just need to handle it better, and hopefully, we learn from it and get better.
Leading by 7 at the halftime break with Jalen Manners 4 points, but boy, what a second half he had.
Yeah, there's no doubt. He kind of him and Braden did a really good job there in the second half of working together. Our guards were throwing the ball. They were kind of playing us one-on-one in the post and making them. They weren't. You know, we shot the ball well in the first half, so I don't think they were wanting to give up those threes in the second half. But his moves were patient and then aggressive. And when he's like that, he's pretty good.
So going back, you know, unlike Hess in this ball game tonight, I mean, it's a conference game. You're in a tough environment and so forth. You know, how do you think the kids responded for the most part? I mean,
yeah, there's. I mean. Last Thursday, I think the biggest, you know, at Gibson Southern, the biggest disappointment was just our lack of intensity, and you know, it was kind of a key emphasis in practice this week. And you know, you can't walk out of here and say we didn't just fight like crazy, because we did. You know, obviously, you know, you come up short, but you can't get discouraged by the work. You know, the team we had tonight has a chance down the stretch. If we continue to compete at that level and continue to improve on those mistakes that we made, we could turn into a pretty good basketball team.
We're exactly right, and you know, 1-3 right now after four games. So be it. You know, but we move ahead to next week. Next week, our first big double dip weekend, both at home. County rival Southridge. We'll start with them.
Yeah, it'll be nice to be back at home. You know, I guess I'll start with, you know, IU and Notre Dame play on Friday night, but so do
they? I forgot. I didn't realize
so do the
that.
Raiders and so do the Raiders and the Cats. So, you know, it's gonna be a really good basketball game. The Raiders have got a really good team. You know, I hope that we get the crowd that these kids, you know, they deserve to play in front of, because there's nothing better than a county rival when you bring good teams together. So, yeah, we're going to have our hands full. They've got size, they've got strength, and they've got ability. So we'll have our hands full Friday, and then we are home again on court at First Court in Central. And they've got a nice team. They've got some guys back from last year. They got a little size as well. So we got to be ready to take on the physicality of the game.
Well, Caleb, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Again, you know, just back to work as we, like I said, head to a big double dip with Southridge and Corydon Central next weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Caleb Bagley joins us here on our post-game show. Memorial wins it 60-55 is the final score here at Memorial High School. Once again, the Wildcats fall to 1-3. 1-1 in conference play. Memorial improves to 2-0 and 1-0 in Southern Indiana Athletic Conference play here in the early set of the 2024-25 season. For Jason Stamm and Jeremy Marcos and Coach Caleb Bagley, I'm Carey Schneider saying so long from Memorial High School.